part of a series of introducing the JBM Mentorship 2020 graduates. There are 10 of them, and we're speaking to Emily Furst today. She is a quantum healer from Bellevue, Ohio, and I think she's amazing. Hey, Emily.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Happy to be here.
Are you?
A little nervous, but I'm really happy to be here.
I'm so happy. Okay, the whole quantum world, the whole quantum mechanics thing is completely your jam. This is how you function, how you work. One of the things I've loved about you in the last 5 months that we've got to know each other is that the work you do is so real and so authentic that it exceeds well beyond the English language. And we have had talks aside, out of class and mentorship, just kind of ranting and complaining about how difficult that is to work in different energy layers and not being able to just turn to somebody and go, hey, this is what I'm doing. So with that laid out, I know this might be a big ask, but I would love for you to just provide some words around who you are, how you got into quantum healing, and what is it that you do?
Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah, the language part. I really want to, because it's beyond just the words. I really want to invite anybody watching. You know, some of the words like quantum, multidimensional, it might seem a little sci-fi. Words can come with a heaviness or a weight. So I really invite you to look beyond the words and what I'm saying to really feel, drop in and feel like, what do I really mean? What are we really talking about? What, just feel. But yeah, a little bit of background. I've always been sensitive. I came into this world with the knowingness that everything is alive and connected. It's like this other realm has always been very, very close to in my perception, and I've always been aware of this. Had many experiences growing up, and I always had this feeling of knowing that I was here for a reason. It has always lingered with me throughout my entire life. I just didn't know how or why or how like this would unravel. So yeah, life has really been my biggest teacher in supporting me in these ways to help me grow into evolving into who I'm here to be. Circumstances, everything like that. So I'm an artist. I was a tattoo artist up until recently, and this part, like, because being a tattoo artist, it really puts you in a position to support people in multiple ways, emotionally, physically, mentally, and you.
Oh no! I think I just booted her out. I touched my computer and it just made her disappear. That is a human error, everybody. Hi, Iveta. I like to minimize and type and join the chat thread as Emily was sharing, and I am so curious to know what kind of experiences she had in understanding how everything is connected energy-wise, because I find it so fascinating. I know, see, Daniel, you're just getting the real version of us. Emails back on. Emily, sign back on. You guys are awesome. I can't wait for her to come back on. There she is.
Hey again.
Emily, that's totally on me. It was a human error on my part, nothing to do with you.
It was so weird. It's like this. It just all went black. I was like, "Where did I go?" But yeah.
So this is the fun part where everybody that's here, It gets to see how human we are. I'm over there typing in the chat thread, and my cursor happened to be over the little X mark to eliminate you from the chat thread or to eliminate you from the system. And I hit it, and it just did it. I did not mean to. So Katie is saying hi, and she goes, "It's okay. We have her website. It's all right."
Yeah.
And Jane says hi from France.
Hi.
Because he was like, "Oh, I was totally into it." We're totally getting back into it. I'm not letting her go that easily because I have 1,000 questions. But you were talking about being a tattooed artist and the type of mindset that you have to get into to kind of make this happen. And it's something that you use during your healing work, is that state of mind.
Yeah, it really helped me work that muscle. I've always been compassionate and caring, but it really helped me work that muscle of compassion and care in the interaction with another person. So it was just another stepping stone into really becoming who I'm here to be. So yeah, that's just, it's all been a part of, this bigger
Journey.
plan. Yeah, journey.
You mentioned when you were sharing as a kid, you just knew. I mean, you have so many examples, like your life showed you, we're all connected.
Yeah.
Whether we want to call that the butterfly effect or, there's so many concepts out there that share that we're all one. I know this might be putting you on the spot, but is there one that you recall or that you remember?
I remember just looking at the forest. I don't even remember how old I was, but I could like feel and see. It's like I was perceiving just the magicness of the life in the forest, and I could feel it within me. I remember that so clearly. It was just, it's always been very, very natural. And yeah.
Something really wonderful about you that doesn't happen with a lot of people. When you talk, I can see you in my head. I can see your words very clearly. And it's not that you're using a ton of adjectives with me or kind of guiding me into this deep visual. There's something about the way that you show up, how you hold your presence. I can't put my finger on it, which goes back to the whole who you are and what you do eludes the English language. But it resonates deep in me. And there's times I've noticed when we're doing work together that both of us are just quiet. And it's fine. I'm not feeling I need to rush in a word. And I almost feel like we're still continuing the conversation even though we're in silence. And I don't get that pleasure a lot with other people. Has anybody else ever shared that with you?
Not the way that you put it. So thank you for that. Yeah, just thank you for embracing who I am. Yeah, just like my quietness and whatnot. But beyond words, it's like there's these complexities and these, there's so much underneath what is trying to be communicated. It's like the words are just, like I said the other day, the words are just on top. It's not something to hold on to. It's like, what is really being said? Like sometimes when I'm speaking, it's like I want to put so much juice into what I'm saying. It could be just a word, and it's like the intention is there. It's like so in it, and it's like I don't feel the need to communicate like a million different words just to get my point across. It's like pushing just this energy and what I truly mean into.
You have so many people understanding that. Can you see the chat thread? Ariel's like,
yeah.
Yes. Liz to Liz is like, yes, I see it too. The whole vision when you talk. And even Jamie Wolf is like, it's energy. That's,
yes.
Like, I see it. Is anybody else out there mesmerized by by Emily's green glow? It's distracting a little bit. You are very green today.
Yay.
You mentioned the forest as
Yeah.
being one of your connecting moments as a kid. Like, I know everything is one. Your website is stunning, and it has pictures of the forest, pictures of you in the forest, mushrooms. What it like? Am I seeing a connection here, or is that just random?
I'm a big fan of life, I guess you could say. I like nature. I like the creative life force that flows through nature, and that's what we're all a part of. That's what this work that I do is about, is helping others get intact with that and reconnecting these bigger parts of ourselves that we're all connected to.
That is so true. Speechless. I was looking at Ed Gonzalez's comment, and he's like, amazing uniqueness, gentle soul from depths.
Oh, thank you.
Couldn't say that any better, Ed. You nailed it. Hey, Paul is saying hi from Round Rock, Texas. He's so grateful to be a part of this.
Hi, Paul.
Yeah, Stacy's noticing the humming or kind of computerish sound on Emily's side.
We were trying to figure that out beforehand. It's just rolling with it.
Just roll. That's how she's manifesting her energy across the lines. It's an ascension process, right? I'm just feeling peace, says Krista. Me too. It's just like being in Emily's presence. You seem to be able to hold space so well. Just give it. I want you to talk, if you can, a little bit more. When you do a quantum healing session, I know that you offer a smaller 30-minute and then a longer 1-hour session in quantum healing. What can be achieved from quantum healing? Do you need to have like a certain ailment or disease or something in you that you're like, I need to have this healed, I'm coming to you? Or can somebody be like doing their good work and feeling present and still get benefit from quantum healing?
Yeah. It's like when I'm immersed in the work, it's like I'm diving into a big bowl of soup of that person. And it's like anybody can benefit. It's like sometimes you just want to bask in these energies, and that's perfectly fine. There's always something that you can benefit from reconnecting to this part of you. I do like when people come in with some sort of intention. But other than that, it's like you don't, if that's just, I want to feel more connected, or, it doesn't have to be a very specific thing, because these spaces really are dealing with these broader things. It's like this big super view contains all that you are, all that you have been, all that you will be. There's just, it's just a big super view. And
I love how you put that.
thanks.
Aqua Puff, it's a great name, says, I wish I had that kind of calm energy you guys always seem to carry. But Lorena, thank you, Lorena, was wondering, is the type of quantum healing that you're doing, is it similar to the QH HT practice from Dolores Cannon, or is it a different type?
I have no idea. I just do what I do. I think that this is just what it's quantum, because it's not specific parts. It's like everything. It incorporates the entire system of somebody. So, for an example, I might see something on the right side of somebody's field, and removing or working with this one specific thing um, can affect multiple things for somebody, can shift and trickle down to other layers. So it's like, yeah, it's just this broader space versus, these tinier, you know, zoom in, pinpointed pieces or parts. Hopefully that makes sense.
Right, it's so difficult to explain, but I think when we use the word quantum these days, it's not as sci-fi and far out there anymore because the science has been researching and getting more in-depth to our 3D world, our world of matter. The closer they're looking at matter, the more they're seeing there actually is no matter. It's all made of vibration. It's a quantum mechanics. It's all based on vibration and frequency, and that's exactly what you do. And I can I can always tell that you are doing your work. Not that I'm grading you or anything like that. It's when I watch you or I look at you try to describe something and you can see it. It's like you are the artist and you can see it and you're totally connected to it and it can't translate out into a series of words. And I feel like that's where we're headed and in a whole with humanity. We're coming away from 3D routine structure, thinking, putting our power outside of us, authority figures, leaders, and so forth, into a 5D world. And that 5D, that fifth dimensional kind of existence, is more heart centered. It's more of what I watch you express every day. And I can only imagine the struggle of already being there, living that kind of existence, and still having to perform in a 3D world. And now that I've mentioned that, I really want to ask, like, do you find that difficulty or have you somehow found the ease with that? And if so, can you teach us?
Um, yeah, I find it really difficult to fit into this world. But it's like it's time to create new ways of being. I guess this is why I'm, doing this work for myself. And, it's time to come out of as many boxes as we can be. It's difficult. I'm struggling to find the words again.
Yeah, you have a whole team here who's right with you. Like Ed is saying again, I can relate, and what you said, not knowing what type of healing. It's like the soul knows what to do, even when people that even momentarily you cross paths with, it impacts them in a profound way and positively. It's saying in that very moment, we're like, hi, how are you? How's the weather? Let's have a very deep conversation. And it's like, we can't get there quickly, but you seem to live and exist from that point, and it's fascinating. Even Daniel's giving like high fives, like science is finally catching up and being able to explain what energy workers intuit. Yeah, I know, right?
It's exciting.
Aquapuff, so darn cool. You guys are wonderful. So I know that you have these healing sessions laid out, and you were kind enough to provide a discount for the Luminaires. Will you
Yeah.
share with us what that is?
I'm offering a gift certificate. It's 15% off for my 30-minute sessions. So my 30-minute sessions are $60, and that
Isn't
it
that cool?
15% off. That goes to 51. So all you have to do is go to my website and go to contact. You can scroll all the way to the bottom or click contact,
Mhm.
and just send me an email. Um, the offer ends on the 17th, and you can schedule in as soon as January. So just get a hold of me if you want one of those and would like to work with me. I would love to work with you.
I put the link in the chat thread.
Okay.
And so anybody who feels like this is pinging for you and you would love to know what it looks like, feels like, senses like, all this, check it out. Definitely land on her website. And if you love how Emily functions in life and you're like, oh my God, finally somebody who's like me, because to me, that's how it feels. Follow her, find her. You can find her here. Find Emily. I called you the multidimensional healer because that's my next question that I want to ask. Oh my God, that is so much fun. Nobody's ever done that.
Moonwalking.
I have 2 questions that are in the tip of my tongue. I'm going to go with the multidimensional healer first. The phrasings that you use and how you express the type of work you do on your website, it launches off with that first. So I know as humans, we're multidimensional beings. I mean, we exist and reside in many dimensionals, but it doesn't feel like that's what you do. You don't, can I say, can I ask that? Can I ask if you're a multidimensional being? Are you a starseed? Can I ask if you've looked into that or know anything about that? Is that appropriate? You can put a nix on it right away if you want to. And we can just drop the mic and it can be a mystery from here on out.
I guess we'll never know because I'm just kidding. From what I know, I've had many lifetimes as different multidimensional beings, and yeah, so it's like been going through this embodiment process of, you know, these different aspects of myself, and just letting them come in and, you know, to help me do this work and hold this space and be who I'm here to be and do what I came to do. And that's really all that I care about. It's just so rewarding to just do what my soul deeply desires to do. That's why I'm here.
To do what my soul deeply desires to do. It is beautiful. To do what my soul deeply desires to do. I love that. We make t-shirts.
Sure.
No, it really resonates. Now I regret being funny about it because I really like the statement so much. But with that whole multidimensional awareness of you, and it's almost like you're discovering human boundaries and at the same time how to go beyond them, which is what quarantine and everything has kind of pressured us into globally, is to look at what does our soul really want to do? And it's like you're sitting there going, hey, just come on over. I'll help you on the quantum, look at all the deep layers, look at the bigger you, and help you just get up on the same page so it makes it easier for you. It's wonderful. Kiara wants to know, are you the youngest one in the first group in the mentorship?
I believe so.
I think so. Do you know we never sat down and just went through how
I know.
old is everybody? I think we mostly dove into everybody is energy central. You know,
Yeah.
what do we want to learn? How can we support each other? It's pretty.
Yeah, we never went over that as a group for some reason. Mhm.
I would love to ask you about your website and your social media. It's not using your name, Emily First, but you're using Edo First. What does the word Edo mean? Where did it come from?
Yeah, I really like that word. It means to perceive, um, just to witness, to see. And I feel like that was a really good term for me to use in the work that I'm doing. Uh, so it's just a way to separate that a little bit. Um, but yeah, I just thought it was a beautiful word, and actually spent a long time trying to find words because I'm big on words and like how I express myself because I want to be very clear. So I guess that's just the word that resonated most for me and what I do. Uh, but yeah, I really like it.
It's beautiful. I love the way that it sounds, looks on paper, what it represents. It was really wonderful. Um, you're getting some really beautiful comments. Even Quantum Level Health is saying beautiful. That's
Thank
pretty
you.
cool. um, Kiara says you might be the youngest of the first group, but you have the oldest soul.
That's,
And um, Danny says, I want to go and do and be what my soul wants. And then later on says, I'm actually tearing up a little bit from that statement. Right? It's a powerful statement. Um, Derek says, I'm very new to this topic, but I've heard Mark Anthony talk about quantum healing or quantum energy and the pineal gland. Do you have any thoughts on how that relates to your work?
trying to find the comment.
Oh, it's one of the newest ones. While you think about that, I'd love to read. Somebody said, her energy is so beautiful, I just want to sit next to her. I'm like, no, she's the person you want to sit next to because just by being in this conversation, just by sitting next to you, even if you're not leading the room or like facilitating anything, you feel like you've gotten something from just being in your presence. You do. And I wouldn't be surprised if after this interview that those who are watching are just saying, yes, that is, I feel different. This is different. This is wonderful. Um, what was the other thing? Emily's energy is so amazing. Words can't express, says Mary Lloyd.
Mary, that is too kind.
um, so do you know, I haven't seen Mark Anthony's talk.
Yeah, I
And
was
Mary
thinking about that.
sharing that.
I'm not sure.
But when you work with the reason the association, I understand the association to the pineal gland and the quantum energy because of its vibration and where it is as the highest vibrational endocrine gland in our body and what it does. It's almost like the bridge between the two. But do you find that when you're working quantum healing on somebody, is the pineal gland something that you go for often, or is it just, I mean, for me, when I observe your work and everything, it's like you do exactly what that body needs. You don't have a process. You don't have a routine. You don't have check marks that you go through and go, okay, 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 did that, did that, did that. Now it's complete. You're like the artist that shows up and says, the canvas, the block of marble needs to tell me what it needs. And I find that, no pun, but a dying art. That there's so many of us that are getting trained in energy healing and work. And it's the process that we end up doing rather than learning how to trust our intuitive self and be that artist and wait, observe, and engage with what's really needed and do that work.
Yeah, because it's different every time. There's no steps that you need to go through. It's just like everybody's different. What does this big beautiful bowl of soup need? You know?
I love the soup reference.
I don't know
love
where that came from.
Can we keep that one forever?
I like it. I think it's fun.
I want to hear your TED talk on, quantum soup.
Quantum soup.
I'm all for it. Quantum Level Health says, yes, Jamie, just the synergy of you two brings balance, therefore healing energy for all who are listening here. That's a really beautiful aha moment. Thank you. Souls aren't cookie cutters. Yes, Christine. Yes,
Agreed.
so true. We got some laughter. Soup reference does make sense.
Good. I'm glad.
This is so great. So I know that we're reaching kind of the end of our chat, which is sad. I really, really enjoy this and getting to know you even more. And I look forward to everything that you're putting out there in the world and just helping us as a humanity transcend from 3D to 5D and feel confident about it, to really just be who we are. I mean, that's what you're giving us this permission for. I would love to know if you have any kind of golden nugget, just something that you have kept in your pocket and you lean on it. Maybe it was words from a loved one or from spirit or something that you discovered about being human that you could share with us to kind of help us all out in this journey too.
I don't know if it's a golden nugget. I wanna just say that we are more powerful than we really remember ourselves to be. And I invite you to look inside and just ask yourself, what medicine do you carry for the world? What can you offer for the world? How can we do things differently? How can we embody this and emit this in every moment, behind every action, behind every word that we speak? How can we just emit this in everything that we do? This is how we change things. And I just want to ask, is there something inside of you that's begging to be expressed? How can we move forward into that with this movement, this momentum forward that we're all moving towards as, humans, as Earth? So I guess it's more of a question and an internal, point of view. That's what I want to ask.
That is the most beautiful invitation I've ever heard. Like, I'm sitting over here catching my breath a little bit. I am so honored to be in your orbit, Emily Furst.
Same, Jamie Butler.
Thank you. Oh, I want to remind everybody out there, if this calls to you, if this just feels like you, or in listening to it, you find a place to hold it and you're like, yes, this is it. Please reach out to Emily. Head over to her website, edofirst.com. Check her out on Instagram, edofirst_healing or healer. Healer.
Same thing.
But follow through with it. I remind you that who you surround yourself with in your environment, with your items and your things as well, it's all energy. So you're dosing yourself that vibration. And if Emily has that vibration that you're just like, I just want to dose myself with that, I want to be around that, just give yourself permission to follow through. Why not? It's the holidays. She's been so gracious to give a discount for her 30-minute healing session, which is distant, by the way, so you can be anywhere in the globe. Hello, France and Texas, even though Emily is hanging out in Ohio, it just doesn't matter anymore. This is so beautiful. Yeah, Sweeta says, all this feels like magic, and Emily, you look out of this planet. loads of love for your work.
Thank you.
This is awesome. Everybody's saying thank you, M and Jamie. Like you just got the M.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, even Jamie S. Hi, love. I see you channeling Emily, and it's beautiful, and I could feel you moving energy. Oh, yeah. Thank you so much to both of you. Love and light, high vibrations to all. Absolutely. You guys are awesome luminaires. And Emily, thank you so much for being here with me. Remember,
Thank you.
luminaires, you're welcome. This is not woo-woo. It's true. Choose happiness today and go out and get them. Bye, luminaires. Bye,
Bye,
Emily.
everyone.